Wait for some people to come in. Hey, Zach. Gee, I never would have imagined. How did you guys know I was live? How do I have a scratch on my arm? I have a scratch on my arm that I don't know how I got it. Good morning, still. How are you? No problem. I don't know how I got this scratch. Keepers. Oh, I remember. It was in my closet yesterday. Jeremy! I haven't seen you in forever. How are you? Hey, Shannon! Nike Raid! Woo! I'm so surprised. Hey, Sandra! How are you? Jeremy, did I see on Instagram that you got a new snake? I'm doing good. Doing good. Hey, Nike! I'm so pleasantly surprised I got a raid. No, just joking. I'm live. Brindley's in the kennel. You can let her out. She's gonna want to eat and then she'll want to go outside. How is everybody doing? Jean, you got a new snake named Jean. What kind of snake is she? You never found Mystique, did you? That's so sad. She's gotta still be around. She's just enjoying in that bin on the chair. Just one of the bigger scoop that's in there, just one of those. She's a purple ball. Wow. I'll have to look a little more closely at the photos that you put on Instagram. I did see it in passing. Shannon. I haven't had a day like that since, just so you know. Let's get 100 thumbs down so I can daydream. Do you really need that excuse, Em? That's funny. Yeah, I saw you did. Couple of them, Stacy, got day drunk one morning because we celebrated the fact that I got 118 dislikes on my 2-hour live stream. It's never happened to me before. We were just like, one more, one more. Never found Mystique. Oh. Yeah, 4 months, no sign of her. Ooh, that's a possibility. Was your pet sitter like a friend or was it just somebody that you knew? Like, that would be so horrible. I would hate to think that somebody just took her, but yeah, she hasn't come out at all. That's just not right. Surprise visit on the sitter? See, and if I was the sitter, if the snake really did go missing under my watch, I would be like fawning all over you, like, what can I do? I mean, have they said anything? Like, I would have been so upset that it would have been my fault. I would have been like, I'll buy you another snake. I'll do this. I'll do, to make up for my mistake. He went away on vacation, and when he came back, the snake was missing. He had somebody taking care of his animals, but she got out of the top of the enclosure. Either that, or the pet sitter, like he just said, the pet sitter, but he has no proof, may have taken her because she's been gone for 4 months and hasn't reappeared. And like snakes will find warm places in the house and stuff, but she hasn't come out to eat or anything. No, on the outside. I don't even actually put it on the door itself. We were wondering if that's what damaged our other doorknob. We'll just tie her up, and then there's knots in the leash that we make sure we leave the knots on the inside because it'll keep her from like going all the way out to the sidewalk and scaring the shit out of people. It was a friend who used to jokingly tell me he was going to steal her someday. When I came back from my trip, her enclosure was open, and when I asked what happened, they blocked me. Oh, see, yeah, that does definitely seem fishy to me. Because yeah, if that was me, if one of your pets got out on my watch and went missing, I would be trying so hard to make up for it. But if they blocked you when you asked what happened, yeah, I think they took her. I think they took her. Most likely. Bella, come here. Yeah, because he said it was a friend who used to jokingly tell me he was going to steal her someday. When I came back from my trip, her enclosure was open, and when I asked what happened, they blocked me. Yeah, it was definitely them. Yeah, that's too fishy to not be. It's definitely cause for suspicion, definitely, and I'd be like, hey, police, I just need to confirm my suspicion or find out, just make sure that either way, go in there and search. Yeah, they're either going to sell her for money or they're going to keep her if they liked her that much. But it's been 4 months. Yeah. Yeah. If it's been 4 months, if they were going to sell her, they would have done it by now. That stinks. She was so pretty. Right, Shannon? I'd be popping in at the sitters. I'd be like, I just want to, if you didn't steal her, you'll let me look around. Friend. I'm doing good, Zach. How are you doing? Did you ever get the turkey pen built? Yeah, he said he always wanted a Mexican black king snake, so he would have kept her. Well, surprise visit on the friend, and we'll see if there's an enclosure inside. He couldn't make it too obvious and take her whole enclosure. He only had to take the snake. Oh no, your headphones are dying. Pooh. Pooh. Friendly. Yeah, that definitely stinks. Friendly, get down. Tell everybody, Jeremy, since you haven't been in here for a good long while and I got new people in here, tell everybody how many pets you have and what you have. They pretty much know what I have, and anyone new who doesn't know, I've got 2 dogs, 2 cats, 2 rabbits, 4 guinea pigs, and a bunch of fish. April and fam, good morning. Jeremy's got himself a little zoo too. He's got a wild studio, as you can see. Okay. Cleaning out another spot. No other turkeys have died, I hope. Zach Fisher is raising baby turkeys. Baby turkeys. Jeremy has a leopard gecko, 2 snakes, a dog, an axolotl, and a bunch of fish. Ah. I think the pet tubers that have like way a lot, like 99 to 100 pets is a little excessive because it's hard to keep up with what I've got. So it works for me.
Yes, it's hard to keep up.
Hey, Nike. She just popped right in there.
Hard to keep up.
Stacy's been taught every now and then says she wants to get a gecko. I said, well, make sure that you research to know what kind of enclosure they need because different kinds of geckos need different kinds of care.
Yep.
So she hasn't decided yet. And I still want an axolotl. I saw that Lisa's Fishbowl Life got an axolotl, but that's yet another water change that I don't want to do. So I'll admire them from afar.
I'm eating a peanut butter gecko.
She hasn't decided yet what kind of gecko, I don't think.
Who wants a gecko?
Stacy does. She's wanted one for years, but when she was still in school and didn't have a job, we were like, not now. You know, I don't want to have to pay for the care of another animal. That's not mine, you know. So now that she's working and, you know, she's working on getting her own place and stuff, she wants a gecko, she can have a gecko. Even before she was planning on moving out, I was like, if it's in your room and you're paying for all the care and you're doing it right, have at it.
Yeah.
Leopard geckos, you think are the easiest? What do you think, Jeremy? Do you think leopard geckos are the easiest? Um, kind of, have you had different kinds of geckos? Do you have an opinion on what you think would be easier to take care of? Oh, see, I've wanted a beardy too. I've definitely wanted a beardy. Every time I go to the pet store, I look at the bearded dragons and they're so sticking cute because they're so small. But I don't want to have crickets in my house. I don't want to feed crickets because I don't want crickets escaping in my house. How long have you had your beardy, Shannon? His name is Fluffy. Fluffy the bearded dragon. Sweetheart. You want to come up and say hi? Come here. Come here. Here's my baby. You got to turn around, though. They don't want to see your butt. Look. Yeah. Oh. You're a good girl. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Get down. The cats would eat the crickets. You've only had leopard geckos. Crested geckos are easy too, from what I hear, as long as you can keep their humidity. So yeah, okay. So leopard geckos don't need the humidity like crested does. Oh, he has bad eyes. Aw. So it'll make it, if his crickets are jumping around, he's not going to find them very easy.
Hopefully that brings my sugar back up.
Leopard geckos still need a humid hide to help them. Okay. Okay. Well, at least it would be a little easier, I would think, to have a humid hide rather than a humid enclosure. I imagine. I haven't kept one, so. All right, still. Have a good day at work. I like that. Smile often. Have a good day. Nothing's easier than a hog nose. Brinley, leave the bunnies alone, please. Hey, you notice every morning I'm saying that? Leave the bunnies alone. Hognose makes a lot of noise. Really? Aw, poor little guy. Have to put the crickets in his face or aw. But that also can help. Also, will definitely help him in his tameness because you're basically hand feeding him then. Aw. Hognoses are illegal. Where are you at, Jeremy? I can't remember now. I used to know, but it's been a while. Oh, Missouri. That's right. That's right. I knew that. They're illegal there. I didn't know that. Where did Bella go? Where's Bella? Where's Bella, Brinley? Where did she go? It is dark in here because it's raining again. Again.
Doesn't help that you have curtains that
Black everything out.
blacks everything out.
It's all dark and gloomy out there.
Coffee.
Hognoses are native to my state and are venomous, even though the venom is mild. Oh, so they're illegal because they're native to there.
Ah, this robe is so warm and nice.
I thought about coming down with wearing mine. I should have.
Yep. Yep. It is what it is when your robe is good and warm.
You like my shirt? This is a LuLaRoe shirt. I got this.
I do like that.
LuLaRoe. I have a friend that sells LuLaRoe. She's really good at it too.
Yeah.
I think I got this shirt from her. I got a few of the leggings. I live in leggings. They're more comfortable.
Yeah.
So what's a red tail, Em? I'm not privy to snakes very well, and all their names and. One day, maybe when I do more research and stuff on specific type, my husband's open to having a snake. But I think we're gonna have to. Some of our other. Who keeps calling me? Some of our other animals are gonna have to have lived their lives first. Oh, your daughter sells LuLaRoe? Cool. I thought about it like a few years ago, but then you basically have to, and you have to invest a lot of money to start. It's like $5,000 to start up.
Wow.
Yeah, you have to. This is not a whim type company that you just start.
Yeah. That's insane.
It costs you a ton of money. Yeah, I have a friend who invested a lot of money into it. She had an area in her house where she kind of made it her little store. She had everything set up on clothes racks. She had her husband even built a little change area in the corner with a curtain so anyone could go in there and try anything on or whatever. She had so much fun with it, but she wasn't doing as well as she hoped. so she sold her inventory. But there was one of my other friends, she's still at it and she does so well.
Yeah.
$1,000 to get her started, and that doesn't include the racks, the hangers, all the stuff it's pricey, but it can be very, very successful. You just gotta really, really work at it.
You merely already have to have your own damn store.
Yeah, and I don't have the space to hold all that kind of inventory, so not me. But she makes it look really easy. She does like live streams on Facebook and holds up a lot of stuff too, and we'll do almost like an auction. The first person that says they want it, she marks it as sold, and
Yeah.
things like that. Or she'll have an open house where people can actually come to her house and look at things in person. And
yeah.
Yeah, they won't allow you to put them in stores either. You got to kind of do it on your own, in your own space. Oh, Jeremy said, I forgot to mention I have millipedes too. I saw that post on Instagram too that you got millipedes. It made my skin crawl. Blah.
All right, I'm gonna leave your thing running. I'm gonna run around the house get some stuff done.
Okay.
But still, I will be back and forth. It'll be running.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Bye. You had a millipede in with your hermit crabs? Is that what you mean, Em? Brinley, what are you doing? Oh, red-tailed boa constrictor. I have to look up a little further. Gotcha. All right, Shannon. Brinley, get down. Brinley's been really interested in the fish tanks lately. Like she's trying to put her nose inside the top of them. But they've been there all along, and all of a sudden she's got a fascination. All the Hermie lovers freaked out on you, but then, well, that's cool. I mean, if they're getting along, I guess. Every time I go into a pet store, I'm really critical about hermit crab enclosures. There's not enough substrate. There's painted shells. There's a sponge in their water. Blah 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 blah. I'm never happy. Hey, Crystal. Oh, that's not a problem, Zach. I was still sitting in bed when Nike was doing her diamond painting, and then she was like, 6 more minutes until Passion's Live, and I'm like, no, I haven't showered. I haven't even gotten out of bed. I'm not ready. Millipedes and Hermes have a similar diet, similar earth depth, humidity. Huh. Well, then, yeah, it would work perfectly as long as they don't mess with each other. I know. I agree, Jeremy. Like, there's a pet store in town that is hiring, and my husband keeps telling me to go and apply there. And I'm like, they wouldn't. I said, they may hire me, but they're going to fire me just as quickly because I'm going to be so critical and say, you're doing this wrong. You're doing that wrong. You got to change this. You got to. I'm like, they're going to kick me out. Because they also sell puppies in that one. But it's puppies and kittens and stuff. Not just adoptions. They'll actually sell the puppies, and I'm not good with that either. And yeah, they'd fire me. They'd fire me quickly. Yeah, that's very true. Hey, Gear, how are you? Wow, I missed you. You commented a few times, and but yeah, I want to work with animals. I would love to work at the pet store and take care of the animals, but I would really irritate the hell out of them because I would be all over everything that they do wrong. I think the animals that are taken care of the best in pet stores are the fish half the time, except with the exception of the betas. The fish have nice tanks and all of that, and I go in there and I'm like, the guinea pigs don't have hay, the rabbits don't have hay, the hamsters have wire wheels, blah 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 blah. I love when I go in there. I like fawn all over the puppies, but I don't like that they're there. The puppies are adorable and they deserve homes, but not for the prices that they're selling them at. That's the only thing, I'm definitely a supporter of adopt don't shop, but then I think what happens to those puppies in the pet stores? Like what happens to them? You only got 2 to 3 hours of sleep? Why? Oh, yeah, I've seen a lot of the young bearded dragons together at mine. Oh, yeah. Blah. Yeah, I hate when I go to the pet store and I see how things are not taken care of properly. And I know that maybe in their minds they're thinking, well, it's only temporary, but you're also giving, potential customers or potential new owners the wrong idea on how to take care of them. Aw, more coffee. I overfilled my mug. Ooh. Yeah, when I want another pet or whatever, I automatically want to go to the pet store, but then I'm because I want to do it now. I'm in that frame of mind where I don't want to wait. I don't want to have to find a breeder. I don't want to have to maybe wait to have it shipped. But then I think again, all these animals in the pet store, they need a place to go to. They're living creatures. Oh no, I didn't know that, Jeremy. I didn't know that. Um, I don't think that they've come to my city. I think I'd have to travel probably a couple of hours to go to one. Get yourself some coffee gear. Oh, there's too many blankets on the back of this couch. Yeah, can they warm the mouse so that it's frozen thawed. Yeah, can they warm it up so it feels like it's got like body heat? Or are the snake's too smart for that? Ooh. See, now I want IHOP. I love IHOP's pancakes. Thank you. I could do that, you know. I have a $20 gift card for IHOP. Oh, maybe I should tell Stacy to come to breakfast with me or lunch. We can do lunch at IHOP. Hey, hey, they're too smart. I was afraid of that. And that's one thing I'm afraid of when if I get my own snake, like if I decide to get a snake, it is my fear that they're going to want to eat live food. Like I wouldn't have a problem with something that's already dead. But if I have to feed it live food, I I don't know if I could because I'd feel so bad for the food. I don't. Ooh, thunder! I heard thunder because like I've heard the stories of people who are feeding or want to feed the frozen thawed or whatever, but their snake is too picky and won't do it. And I'm afraid that I'm going to be one of those people who gets a snake that's going to be like that. Living your best life. Good morning. Ah. What? You want to say hi to everybody? Say hello. Say hello, Bella. My baby. Mwah. Oh, shush. I want IHOP now too. But I do have a gift card. I got a gift card for Easter from my secret sister. Is it like once a week you feed a snake, something like that? Which I would love. I wish I didn't have to feed all of my animals every day. Once a week would be sweet. But no, I've got animals that have to have hay 24/7. Why are you growling at Brindley? She's way over there. She's way over there. Come on. You say hi. You say hi. Uh-huh. Oh, you like that? You like that. Once a week is standard for snakes, sometimes less. Wow. Yeah, I go through a lot of hay because 4 guinea pigs and 2 rabbits that have to have hay 24/7. It's a lot. It's a lot of hay. Even twice a week, that's not bad at all, especially when most other animals have to eat every day. What IHOP are we all meeting at? Hey, Stacy, come here for a sec. I'm going to propose IHOP for lunch. You like IHOP, right? Do you want to do IHOP for lunch? I have a gift card I got for Easter from my secret sister. Yeah, it's free. I'm down. I don't know if you guys heard that, but she was like, if it's free, I'm down. So we're going to IHOP for lunch. We Yeah, when we can go after the live stream or whatever. Are they still doing that all you can? I don't know if they're doing all you can eat. The last time I was there, they were. My go-to meal every time I go there is the steak tips and eggs. You get the steak tips, you get eggs, you get the hash browns, and then you get the pancakes that go with it. Yeah, I totally forgot that I had that gift card. My phone keeps alerting me of stuff. Excuse me. We've got 2 IHOPs that I'm aware of here. 2, 3, 3. We got 3 that I'm aware of. My husband takes me to IHOP a lot for my birthday when we do like usually go out for birthday meals. I've been to IHOP for my birthday several times. This year we didn't go out for my birthday meal. He actually grilled filet mignon. So I couldn't complain about that. I had filet mignon for my birthday meal. Oh, you were going to film with see how many you can eat? I can't eat very many. They're filling. My all you can eat would probably stop at 4. I don't know if it's over here or not. I'm going to look. All right. Ultimate breakfast. It's not a breakfast, it's a break feast. $1 short stack, Tuesday, May 21st. All proceeds from $1 short stacks go to support the children of fallen patriots. Hmm. Yeah, see, pancakes, I can't eat that very many pancakes. They fill me up really, really fast. MSA, hi, how are you? Yeah, we had really good filet mignon for my birthday. We grilled them. They were wrapped in bacon. Oh, they were so good. I was like, I want another one. They were really, really yummy. I can't see if they have it still. Next time, have hubby cook you a prime rib dinner. He actually bought some ribs the other day. He went into Kroger and they were like these rack of ribs, like they're this big. He got 2 of them. They were like half off. So he bought them each for like $6 each when they were like $12 a piece originally. So we got ribs in our freezer. Yeah. I always feel bad when we go to a buffet. I mean, at least I could get what I want, but I never eat enough to really make it worth it. The next birthday, see, my birthday was just a couple of weeks ago. Um, the next birthday we're celebrating is Ian's. Ian's is in July. My husband's is in July, but Ian's is first. Stacy, we missed hers. She was still in Tennessee. Hers was in February. Ooh, ribs in the crock pot. Phew, excuse me. Allergies. Oh no. Phew, excuse me again. Thank you. Oh, this rain. It's so dark and gloomy out. Just makes my I have depression and anxiety, so it just makes my whole mood go. Thank you. Yeah, Zach's stomach's growling now. Ooh, now I'm looking forward to IHOP. I was gonna save it for going out with my husband, but I'll go. I haven't seen Stacy in a while. She just got here Sunday. Moved in with us temporarily. She's my stepdaughter. Stand under a sun lamp.
Good morning.
Hey, how are you? You
I'm
kind of
alright.
startled me for a minute.
Sorry. I'll only be on the call for a minute. My sister will be calling me back here shortly.
Okay.
I figured I'd show you guys the dogs.
Oh, the doggies.
Hey,
Have a good
get
day,
out of her way.
Jeremy. Thanks for stopping in. It was good to see you.
Later, Jeremy. It's cool talking about pets with you. I love snakes and geckos.
He's got a good channel. Definitely check him out. M is on panel. Your average girl, Zach.
Oh, hi. Hi, Zach. I can't see chat at the moment. I'll bring it up here in a second. I decided to sit outside before it starts raining.
Yeah, it's been raining since yesterday. Ugh. Blah.
But this is the reason why there's always sand in my house.
Oh, because you got a lot of, yeah.
Yeah, it's from whenever we built the because we had to build it up so far before we put our house down.
Yeah.
A house. I call it a house. It's not a house, it's a shed.
Oh, doggies, doggies.
You know, as much as I would love to finish the inside, it's really hard whenever it decides to rain. It's like when we were doing the living room side, we were able to move everything into the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
But we can't do that with the kitchen because there's no room on the living room side. So we have to put the stuff outside in order to finish off the kitchen. And
Ugh.
can't do that whenever it rains constantly.
Yep. Yep. Darn rain. And when I brought Ian back yesterday, the river was already flooding, and it's gonna be raining all week still. It's gonna get so much worse.
Ugh.
I hear
Yes,
you, MSA. I need a maid too. The
Same.
nice thing is, Stacy told me yesterday morning she cleans when she's bored, and I'm like, have at it.
Yeah, hey, if you're bored, come to my house. I figured about noon I'll get in there and scrub the floors because that's actually a pretty daunting task.
It sounds like a lot of people are getting rain. A lot of people are getting rain.
Yeah. Well, isn't it April showers bring May flowers?
Yep, April showers. I like that I'm getting dandelions in the yard again, though, because I pick them for the animals. The rabbits love them. The guinea pigs, I gave them to the guinea pigs the other day, and they were sniffing them. We're like, well, what are you giving me? They did eat them, but they were a little bit more hesitant because it was something new. But the rabbits are like, give it here.
Can y'all see the cats over there playing? I'll walk up to them. They might run, but let's try. They're out in the yard playing. What are y'all doing?
Oh, kitty, kitty.
That's Miney and that's Sherman. That's our half feral dog.
Pretty kitties here. And then everybody can see them better. Where'd they go? Where'd they go?
Oh, I walked away from them.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because if I walk up to them, they stop playing for some reason.
We're being watched. Excuse me.
Please don't
Oh,
wander off. She's gonna try. She's gonna fucking walk off. Like, don't do that. Don't walk off.
right?
Who is John Singleton?
Yes, he did. I heard about it yesterday. He directed Boys in the Hood.
Oh.
Yeah, he
Oh,
was
I'm
only
sorry.
like what, 51, but he had a massive stroke.
That's
And I'm
still
like,
pretty young.
yeah, for 51 to have a massive stroke, I was like, wow.
He probably lived hard. Well, drugs will do that to you, I think.
Yeah, that's sad for sure. MSA said our guinea pig is spoiled. Green leaf lettuce and carrots. My guinea pigs like cucumber a lot. Lots of cucumber.
My dogs like cucumber. This black dog here, he tripped me out one day because I was peeling and cutting up carrots, and the little weenie dog was begging, so I offered her a full carrot stick. I just took a carrot stick and offered it to her. She didn't want anything to do with it, but he was sitting on the couch looking at me like, "What about me?" So I told him, "Fine." He came over. I gave him the carrot stick. He ate it. He ate that carrot stick. I was like, "Okay, whatever."
Casey just posted a video of the first time they met. Aww.
Oh, that's cool.
Aww.
Casey Neistat's that vlogger, isn't he?
I'm not sure.
Lady, get over here. Hey, you're not running off. Get over here.
Yeah, one of my male guinea pigs really likes cucumber. It's like his favorite thing. And then one of the female guinea pigs really likes carrots. It's funny how they're all different. They have their favorite things. My snails liked cucumbers too.
Oh yeah.
Beans, they loved beans. Like
I
just
had
green
snails,
beans.
they like carrots and cucumbers. They even like green beans.
MSA said that's funny. My dog has to eat a carrot if the piggy's getting one. That's funny.
See, I'm saying he probably only ate that carrot because I was offering it to the other dog.
Yeah, just like little kids. Unofficial spokesman for Samsung.
Casey Neistat.
Yeah, I think so.
I never even watched his videos. I know he's a goofy looking dude.
Oh, doggies you're all like feeling the weather too? Oh, you're all feeling the weather too? You don't want to do nothing? Oh.
They're enjoying it right now. It's not quite raining yet. It's windy.
It's raining here for sure. Gross out. It's gross out there, isn't it?
Yeah, I finally caught the weather report. It took them all fucking morning to get to it, but it's looking like we're gonna have rain the rest of this week.
Yeah, so are we. It's supposed to rain all week. I don't know what the temperature is though. I gotta look at that. It's gonna feel colder anyway, just because. Ooh, it's only 46.
Hey, stop eating lemon leaves. It can't be good for you. Quit.
It's only supposed to go up to 51 today. It's going to
Oh,
go up to 75 tomorrow.
We're supposed to hit about 10 degrees today.
Supposed to still, only have a 60%
I'll be
chance
back.
of rain tomorrow. All right. 60% chance of rain tomorrow, which means it will. But 75 degrees. Better than today we have a 100% chance of rain, go figure. Oh no, Zach. Hope you feel better. It's raining, men. Yep, welcome to spring. Lots of rain. I wonder if I'm gonna have baby bunnies in my yard again. This time I'll know not to go up, not to spook them. Because a couple summers ago I saw a little baby bunny. It was the cutest little thing. It was in my yard. And I ended up scaring it accidentally, and it ran out into the street. And I was like, oh no. And at that moment I was worried about a car hitting it. But that didn't even happen because a hawk came out of the tree that was across the street, swooped down and grabbed him and took off. I wanted to cry. I felt so bad. I'm like, it's my fault. It's my fault the baby bunny became food. I felt so bad. My husband was like, that's the circle of life, honey. And I was like, I know about the circle of life. I just don't want to see it. I don't want to see the circle of life. Poor little baby bunny. No rain for you until Monday. Lucky duck. Oh. Oh, see, that's what happens to me, Zach. After I have an anxiety flare up, then my depression kind of like you finally come down and you go down a little bit further than where you started. Living your best life. Goodbye. Have a good day. And then I feel really tired. The anxiety and depression take a lot out of you. After I have an anxiety flare up, then I'm just really tired. I'm not going to want to get off this couch. All my doggies are snuggling. I'm not going to want to get up. I just realized, guys, my computer has not froze yet. I gotta knock on some wood. Knock on some wood because I probably just jinxed it. I did not have my routine freeze up. What happened to you when you were 4 years old? I love bunnies. I have 2 pet bunnies. They're right over here in my living room. Good, good, Zach. Good to hear that. I got a thumbs down, you guys. Not near enough for anybody to do any day drinking, but 8 people in here? Who's all in here? I think we got me some lurkers. I love my bunnies. Right now that they're a little bit of an annoyance because they're molting. They're molting their winter coats and there's a lot of hair. And they look homely because it's sticking out of their bodies in tufts. They look homeless. Oh, like a wild rabbit? Ouch. Thank you, MSA. Yeah, I knew that you were here and like the people I see in the chat, but there are not 8 people chatting. So tells me that we got lurkers. I have a lop rabbit, a Holland lop, and then I'm not quite sure of the breed of the other one, but her ears stick up. I got them both from the animal shelter. Oh, really getting attention. You know one of the lurkers? Yeah, lurkers. Lurking people in the chat. And I got 1 thumbs down. But yeah, that one day it was like we were averaging a dislike every minute and we got up to 118. I was like, wow, let's celebrate. Hey, lurkers, hit the like button or the dislike button. I don't care. It's a rating. I celebrated 118. You will not hurt my feelings. Oh, you talk to the person every day? That there's a lurking person in here you talk to every day? Hello, lurking person that Zach talks to every day. You can speak unless you're blocked. But if you're not, you can speak. Not sure. All I was told that it made for a nice stew after it happened. Aw. If it was a wild rabbit, I'm surprised you got close enough to it. Oh, Snaky's lurking. Zach. You had me thinking it was someone else entirely. I know Nike's lurking. She's cleaning up. She probably already hit that like button. She's one of the 13 likes. So when it comes to geckos, if you're wanting a gecko, leopard geckos need less humidity. They don't need an entire humid enclosure. They just need a humid hide to help them shed. So you don't have to make the whole thing humid, just like a little bit of a hide that it can go into where that would be humid only. And they're a little bit more low maintenance on the humidity end. But crested geckos need an entire humid enclosure. We were talking about it earlier. Zach was messing with me. I'm sorry I had to. I thought it was going to be somebody else too, Sandra. You messed with me. Zach's full of jokes. Full of jokes. We lost Friendly. Oh, is she coming back? Are you going with Stacy or are you coming back? You don't talk to many people on here anymore? Sometimes it's hard to know who you can trust. People can turn on you in the blink of an eye. I know this. I'm a YouTube bitch. I'm one of 3. Right. Good, Zach. I'm glad you're starting to feel better now. I hate anxiety. Anxiety sucks. Oh, got something in my eye. Ah. I should do a video on it, but all the guinea pigs need their toenails clipped. It's toenail clipping time. How do I get added to that list? Which list? The list of not trusting people? Or the list of you? You want to be a YouTube bitch, Zach? Zach wants to be a YouTube. All you got to do is not stand behind somebody with pom poms and cheer them on when you don't agree with what they're doing. Or you want to be, even if you don't agree with, you just don't want to be all immersed in it. You'll still be their friend. You're still supportive, but you don't want to be right up in there when they're doing something you don't want to be involved in. Don't go back there with pom poms. You'll be a YouTube bitch. Huh. That's a good tweet. It is hard to trim their nails, and I usually have to have someone holding them because they're not, they're very skittish still. So somebody has to hold them so that I can trim their nails. I've done it once, and it was challenging. And then one of them is kind of nippy. He will bite, but I think it's just because of his past. Um, but I did pick him up the other day when I was moving him from Stacy's room to my son's room. I picked him up and he was too focused on squirming and trying to get away from me to bite me. He didn't bite me, but he was screaming. He was not happy. He was not a happy camper, but so trimming his nails is going to be really difficult. Everybody else, once I have them, once they're picked up, they're good. But he struggles a lot. Vegas Ghost Girls, good morning. How are you? Yeah, I like that tweet. I just read it again. I like that. I'm doing good. It's a rainy, yucky day, but doing good so far. After the live stream, I'm gonna be going with my stepdaughter to IHOP and we're gonna have some brunch because neither of us have eaten breakfast. I think she had a banana and that's about it. I've had coffee. She's had a banana. So we're gonna go and enjoy some IHOP. We were struggling as she brought her TV in from the garage yesterday and then got her DVD player, and for some reason we couldn't get it to work. Like we plugged in the cords and it was saying there was no signal coming from the DVD player to her TV, and I'm like, there are only so many places to plug this in. You know, you got your red, yellow, and white, ports. There's only so many options for plugging it in, and it didn't want to work. I don't know why. I'm wondering if she needs new cords. I mean, because the DVD player itself was playing, but it wasn't coming from the DVD player to the TV. So I'm wondering if she just needs new cords. Or a new cord. Whatever. The source feed on the TV. I mean, because she was going through and changing which one she was using, and like, to see if it would come through there, and it wasn't. Squirrely Acres, good morning. Yeah, because there's all these options like HDMI 1, HDMI 2, the TV, the USB, all these choices, and she went down each one, and none of them was working. So I don't know. And I've never had a problem hooking up a DVD player to a TV before. No, she's not. She doesn't have an HDMI cord. At least to my knowledge, she doesn't. She might, because she said her laptop is still um, packed and in the garage, but she's not sure where it is yet. So, and she said something about when she finds it, she can hook her laptop up to the TV, and she'll need a HDMI for that. But I'm wondering if maybe the cord that goes from the DVD player to the TV is bad, because I've never had that issue when I've plugged in things. I'm not saying the name, but birthdays in April. Keep asking for gifts. My birthday's in April, but I don't know. I wish I had an extra one laying around that we can test out that theory. She was just like bored and she wanted to hook up her TV and her DVD player. Not me. I didn't think you were talking about me, but I just thought I'd throw that in there. Oh, I got the other dog back again. He's over here sleeping. Sleeping over there. Last Sunday, the 21st. The 21st was my grandfather's birthday. He passed away when I was pregnant with my son, which was a while ago, because now my son is turning 17 this month, or not this month, this year in July. But it would have been his birthday, and it was Bella's birthday on the 21st, too. It was your birthday. And my grandfather would be in his early hundreds now if he was still alive. Okay, not a problem, Zach. And my grandmother, that was married to him, passed away in June last year. She was 94. Oh, a month before his 90th? That sucks. I'm hoping my parents have a long way to go because they're only in their early 60s. But my father-in-law is in his 80s. So, and he's still working. I think he feels the need to work though. But, and he lives in Chicago. I really want him to move closer to us so that he can retire and just enjoy. But I don't know if he'd enjoy not working. I mean, he likes to keep busy. You lost your mother last May. I'm sorry, MSA. That's hard. Yeah, I have both of my parents still, thankfully, but I lost my grandmother in June last year and then lost my uncle in September last year. Um, and then I lost a friend in February. And then I actually, for those of you who didn't know, I was on a jury in March, and it was the first time it's not the first time I've been summoned to appear for possible selection, but it's the first time that I actually had to go for selection because all the other ones were always canceled. So I appeared and I was selected. And then the trial started that day. And I was unlucky enough to be my very first jury duty was for a murder of a child. Um, that was really, really, really hard. Really, really, really hard. And the sentencing now is on the 3rd, which I want to go to, but the news articles always just they're always just saying what day the sentencing is on, and I want to be in that courtroom when he's sentenced. So I have a friend who's actually a paralegal, and she's going to look it up for me to tell me what time it is so I can actually be there. You lost your mom 11 years ago? I'm sorry, Crystal. A constable is creeping down the road? And actually, I was trying to look to see if there were any articles that said what time the sentencing would be, which there wasn't. But I ran across a couple of articles where they actually showed pictures of the little boy. Oh, see if I can find it again. Oh yeah, here it is. So I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not. This is a picture of the little boy that was murdered. He was 2 years old. It was such a difficult thing to be a part of. I had dreams, like after it was a 3-day trial, and I had dreams. I could see this child in my head for like ever after the trial was over. I probably could call the courthouse and ask, but I just figured, my friend is a paralegal. She could probably look it up easy. My husband said, wear a disguise just in case I'm recognized as a juror. Because honestly, he was not found guilty. We couldn't find him guilty of murder because of how the rules that jurors have. You can't just because you're convinced that he killed him doesn't mean you could say he's guilty. We had to prove that had to be blah, blah, blah. Intent to kill had to be proven, and there was no proof that he intended to kill him. There was only that he did kill him, and it could have been an accident when he was beating him. So we couldn't say that he was guilty, but we did find him guilty on 2 other counts. It was domestic battery and aggravated battery. So he can still get a maximum of 40 years just on those 2 things, but there are a lot of upset people that he wasn't found guilty of murder. And, I'm upset about it too. I really wanted to nail his ass to the wall for it, but if there is any reasonable doubt that he intended to kill him, we couldn't say he was guilty. So it's hard. It's really hard. Oh, Birdie Bug posted the link for her son's GoFundMe account. So check that out. Yeah, I had to avoid even looking at Facebook because, just people that are on my friends list that were they didn't know I was on that jury. But just people reacting and blaming the jurors, for not like, how can they sleep at night? And honestly, I was sleeping, but I was dreaming about it. And it's not the jury's fault. There are rules that the jurors have to follow, and if intent was not proven, we by law could not say he was guilty. So it was really, really tough. Yeah. I'm hoping that something's gonna happen to him in prison because I had a hard time looking at him. Like, he was in that courtroom every day, and he swears that he didn't lay hands on that child. But the thing is, we had the benefit of his next door neighbor had video surveillance on the front of his house, and you could see their house, so you could see who was coming and going that entire day. He was alone with him. He was alone with him, and the extent of his injuries, the forensic pathologist said he would have been unconscious a half an hour after the beating and then died from there. He had such severe internal injuries that there was no way that he could have been saved. And he was alone with him. Based on the video surveillance, he was alone with him. So I can't believe that he was still denying that he ever laid hands on him. Yeah, they didn't charge him with the right. They should have charged him with manslaughter or something, but charging him with murder, you have to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that he intended to kill him. But I don't think that we're not inside his head to know that. So, yeah, I'm allowed to discuss the case. I was allowed to discuss the case as soon as it was over. We weren't allowed to look at articles or discuss it with anybody while it was going on. But the trial is over, so yeah, we're allowed to discuss it. And that made it hard too, that I had to come home every day and I couldn't talk to my husband. I couldn't talk to anybody about what was going on, and I had to keep all my feelings about it in. And on one of those days, we had to see autopsy photos, and just I thought I was going to be sick. I was sitting in the jury box thinking I was going to be sick because it was very graphic. It's not something I'd wish on anybody. I have a new respect for jurors, I really do. Now, I was like, what are the odds that the very first trial that I have to be a jury be a on the jury for is a murder of a child? Like, seriously? I could show you a picture of the guy too. He just makes me sick. I really hope he gets the maximum sentence. I really do. And this is the guy. He's the one who did it. His the mom has her own trial for neglect. She's not being charged with murder or anything because she didn't beat him, but she's being charged with neglect. She's got her own trial coming up in June that I'd kind of like to sit in on. He died from blunt force trauma to the abdomen. He was hit with such force in the abdomen that his pancreas and his liver and those internal organs in that area were torn in half. Yeah, it was gory. And for the guy to say that he didn't lay hands on him, he had bruises on his chest and on his back that mimicked knuckles. Like the forensic pathologist would put his fist along it and the bruises lined up with knuckles. Yeah, that it was really difficult. I came home from jury duty every day and bawled my eyes out. Like, and when it was finally over, I came home and I just fell apart. I just fell apart because it was killing me that we couldn't find him guilty of murder. And he was just 2 years old. It happened. They kept putting off the trial because this is like a year and a half later. He died November 29th of 2017. But the guy's been in jail all along. He hasn't been out. Oh my gosh. People that hurt people that hurt animals and hurt children make me sick. They make me sick. Yeah. And a lot of what in text messages that were submitted as evidence, he was overly annoyed and just had this temper about the fact that this little boy kept soiling his pants. He kept having accidents. He would pee his pants or he would poop in his pants or whatever. And it was enraging him. He knows better. He's two. He's two. They're going to have accidents. Like, he got so angry. So angry. And when he took the stand, he was like, he had no problem watching the kids and da 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 da. But in the text messages, he was saying, "You need to find someone else to watch the kids. I'm fed up with this." Or does this sound like somebody who doesn't mind taking care of the kids? I almost wish I had a case like that, Zach. I think I would have handled that a little bit better. Wow. Yeah, Sandra, and I think that he was scared of him. And when he's left alone with him, I have a feeling that part of those accidents was because he was scared of him. Ugh. Scared for his wow. And I had this what I thought was this irrational fear of, because you hear in like in TV shows and movies where jurors will get hunted down by the convict, they helped put me away and they get killed. I had that irrational fear. But then at the same time, when the case was over, cops escorted us to our cars. So I was like, "Oh Lord, have mercy," because you don't even have to just worry about the guy who was convicted. You got to worry about the upset people, the family, the friends that are upset that he didn't get convicted of murder. So each of us, all 12 of us, had a cop walk us to our cars. No problem, MSA. Have a great day. Thanks for stopping in. I actually am shaking a little bit because I get that worked up. Yeah. So many people want kids and can't have them. Exactly. I have friends that can't have kids. Wow, Zach. Good slapping level of spiraling person, maybe. Oh, oh my goodness. Called for jury duty on possession of a cocaine. Oh, yeah, that disqualifies you. Yep, that'll happen. Yep. Thank you, Birdie. Yeah, it was not fun, for sure. It was not fun. I mean, I probably could have gotten out of it, but I had to be honest. When I shared things that could have disqualified me, they said, "Will this affect your ability to be unbiased in this case?" And I said no, but I could have said, "Yeah, I can't be unbiased," and they would have sent me home. Ads popping up on my computer. But yeah, I invested so much of my emotions in that case that I want to be there when he's sentenced. I want to be sitting in that courtroom when he gets sentenced. And I'd like to think that the judge was just as disgusted because she saw all the pictures and stuff too. So I'm really hoping that she's going to pass down the maximum sentence. Welcome back, Gear. Yeah, I was shaking a lot when I was on that jury because the adrenaline for just your emotions, like even now, just talking about it, like I got the little trembles, because I get worked up over it. Hmm? You ran into the wall, just like me. I think that they said the minimum he can get is 10 years. for the 2 charges that he was found guilty of, but he can have a maximum of 40. So I'm really hoping he's going to get the maximum and end up getting killed in there when all the other inmates know that killed a child. Everybody's so sleepy. Anyway, that got grim. Jury duty is hard. Definitely is hard, and I do have a new respect for jury, because I remember in past cases where people weren't found guilty of murder when it was like, obviously they killed him. Why are they not found guilty? Now I understand how it works. So, I know it's not the jury's fault if they can't find him guilty, because there's red tape in there. You can't just. Your guy's sentencing's on the 5th. The one that the constable is currently looking at for the whole neighborhood name. Huh. Right? I have a feeling, though, that he's going to be kept by himself so that he's not in any danger, but I'd be like, don't give him that courtesy. He doesn't deserve that. And this trial was only for 3 days, and I think that the mom's trial um, is set to be 5 days. So I just have to be willing to sit in there for 5 days and listen to her side of things. Yeah, they provided food for us because once the trial started, we weren't allowed to leave. We weren't allowed to leave the jury room. So every time we had a break for bathroom breaks or for eating breaks, we were in the jury room. We couldn't leave. But there was a bathroom in there, and then they brought food for us. We had Italian food. There was like salads and rolls and lasagna. I think we had the first day. The second day we had Pizza Hut, and they paid for it. Well, taxpayers paid for it, but I think we deserved it. Right? Yeah, I hope guilt is eating at him. He let his anger get the best of him. I hope it's eating at him. And he's got his own little boy. He had a little boy that was only a year older than him, a biological. This wasn't his biological child. He was in a relationship with the biological mother, but he had his own child that was a year older, who now has to live without his dad, but that's probably a good thing. Hey, Barry, how are you? Yeah, we weren't allowed to call home or anything. We couldn't have our cell phones in the building. My cell phone was in my car. We couldn't call home. We couldn't leave. We couldn't talk to anybody. At least we weren't sequestered. I mean, there are cases where they won't allow the jury to go home, when they're when they're done for the day, they'd set you up in a hotel or whatever. We were at least allowed to go home once our day of trial was over. We went back home, but we couldn't talk about anything. But then once we were back in session, we couldn't leave the jury room. Barry's at school. Okay, Zach. Yeah, I'll definitely let you guys know how much time he gets. Originally, they had sentencing set for the 1st, which would have been tomorrow, but now it's the 3rd. Yep. Yep. There are times where I've heard my sister say, "Now I know why animals eat their young." But we have the capability of restraining ourselves, for heaven's sakes. But I mean, I've told my kids, I was like, I love you to death. I love you more than life itself, but I don't like you right now. There's a difference. Yep. Just kind of like how you go, I brought you into this world, I can take you out. Obviously, we wouldn't do that. Years back, an old coworker of mine's sister was the public defender for the jerk involved in the. Ah, yep. I gave you life. I could take it away. Exactly. Yep. It is hard to forgive. Yep. The real judgment comes at death. Exactly. Exactly. Yep. We're like that too, me and my husband. Even when we're fighting with each other, I'm like, I need to get away from you right now. I need to breathe. I'm gonna say something to you that I'm gonna regret. I need to walk away now. And I would do the same thing with the kids sometimes too, especially my step kids when they were getting older, because as a step kid, there's that level of you're not my parent, so I'm gonna be disrespectful. And there were times when I was like, I just need to get away from you. I was giving myself timeouts. Now that they're adults, it's a much better relationship. Amazon Prime has a new series in May called Good Omens that looks fun. There was a murder back in '88 locally that they only just now convicted the guy, like in the last couple of months. they didn't have enough evidence to convict him. They were pretty sure they knew who did it, but they didn't have enough evidence to convict him. So it never went. He was never arrested, or anything like that. Which was really hard for the family. They had no closure at all. But now finally, she was 8 years old, I think, when she was murdered in '88, 8 or 9, I think. And finally, they were able to nail him. So, good morning, Bob. How are you? Yep, you're never supposed to spank your kids in anger. Like I would spank my son, but I didn't do it in anger. I would like boop and be done with it. It's never like, mm, nope, can't do it in anger because that's when you get carried away. We were having some heavy conversation here, Bob, because I was just talking about how in March I was on a jury um, for a murder case of a little 2-year-old boy, and the sentencing is coming up here on the 3rd that I want to go to because I want to see. I really hope he gets the maximum sentence. It's disgusting. Oh, Birdie has a bunny story to tell us. Oh, a bunny story or a funny story? Because when I read the rest of your comment, it didn't make sense. Bunny and sleep apnea. Ooh, Em's having chili cheeseburgers for dinner. We had Frito chili pie yesterday for dinner, and I ate way too much, and I had heartburn all night. Oh, it is about your bunny. Okay. Tinny woke me up around 2 a.m. tugging on my shirt and nipping me. I had fallen asleep on my back, and that means I stopped breathing. Oh, yay! Good bunny. My son didn't sleep very good the other night because the male guinea pigs are in his room now, and he had the cats in his room. And he came down, and I was like, "How'd you sleep?" And he was like, "Not good." And I was like, "How come?" Guinea pigs were squeaking. The cat was knocking things off of the shelf. I'm like, "Oh no, he needs to invest in some earplugs." Yeah, my dad would threaten to hit us with a belt, but he never did. We straightened up. We didn't want it. Which my son is really good about that too. Like I would say, "Do you need a spanking?" When he was younger, "Do you need a spanking?" And and all you got to do is look at him, like give him the stern look, and he fixes things. So I didn't have to spank him often because all I had to do was threaten it. He's a good kid. Barry wants a chili dog. Big surprise. You got beat and laughed about it. I got spanked when I was a kid. I did. Just not with a belt. Wooden spoon. I can't even imagine. You a trouble child? You were one of those people who had to pick the switch, Em? Go out back and pick your own switch. Ooh, a lawnmower belt? Ouch. Ooh, Barry. Ooh, not good. All I had to do was tell my mother to shut up once. I didn't even swear at her. I told her to shut up, and then I punished myself. I went to my room and I had such anxiety waiting for my dad to get home because I knew she was going to tell him. I punished myself. I was in there like dreading when he came home. And when I heard the door, I was like, she never did tell him, but I put myself through enough. Like, he didn't have to come and talk to me. You don't disrespect your mother. That we learned that. And he would say, don't disrespect your mother. He would say, don't disrespect my wife. Grilled chicken salad. Ooh. I could do without the cranberry part, but ooh, that sounds good otherwise. All right, Barry, have a good day at school. Oh, wow. And I told my kids they're allowed to be angry with me. You know, everybody's everybody at some point gets angry. I said, but you can be angry with me, but you still have to show respect. Oh, go to school, Barry. I think I think it was better when we were raised the way we were raised back then to some degree because I feel like a lot of kids now are very disrespectful to adults. And I wouldn't have dared talk to even adults that I'm not related to. I wouldn't dare talk to adults the way some kids are talking to adults these days. I wouldn't have dared. Yeah. Idaho? I think Boise is in Idaho. Yeah. I was trying to put it together with a state that sounded correct, but Idaho sounded right. Idaho. Oh, goodness. Oh, you're so sleepy. Sleepy puppy. Whoops. Used to have a complaint box, but the kids got really stupid and silly since Anana. Oh my. Yeah, we didn't have a complaint box, but see, and unfortunately, my son, who's living with his dad most of the time, he's only here on occasion. At their house, they're not allowed to complain. They're not allowed to have feelings. They can't complain because it's disrespectful, especially if they're complaining about something the parents have done. It's disrespectful. I'm like, it is not. Everybody is allowed to have a bad day and allowed to be angry and allowed to share their feelings. He can't wait to move out of there. The day he turns 18, he's expecting us to take him out of there. And I will. I will. He'll be coming here. He's got about a year and a half before he can get out of there. Until then, he's got to deal with them. But I didn't get a notification either, Barry. He should. I mean, technically, he's still a minor, so and we had it's a custody thing, and his dad won't let him leave. He's already sued me for custody once, which is why he has him. But I can't afford to go to court again, so we're trying to wait it out. But as soon as he's turning 17 in July, but he's already packing up like 2 weeks before his birthday, so that the second his birthday rolls around, he's like, "Come and get me." And he said he's going to tell him off. At 13, see, here it is in Indiana, it's at 14. A judge will listen to where he wants to go, but we'd have to go to court. Otherwise, he's still legally in their custody. I love cheese and crackers. I want cheese and crackers. M, who is M? M is average girl. Oh, that would have been awesome, Gear. I love traveling. I love road trips. That's why when I was visiting my husband when he was at work out of town in Illinois, it was a 5-hour drive, and I enjoyed it. I love drives. I love driving. I have a rule and practices handbook. I didn't know. But yeah, my son is handling things very well. When he comes here, he tells me everything that's going on there. I told him to write things down. Because he says he wants to tell off his dad, and I was like, well, write everything down so that you don't forget what you want to tell him and why you're leaving, why you want to leave. Tell him all of that. All right, Bob, have a great day. Harry with his cheese plate. Cheese and crackers. Now I want cheese and crackers. Gotta have my IHOP first, though. Her closet alcoholic. Oh, man. I'll take a picture of my IHOP plate for you guys. Next stream, I'll show it to you. This is what I ate. Yum. Doesn't sound like it's raining right now. Maybe it is, and I just can't hear it, but looks like it's lightened up just a little bit. I don't think it's raining right now. I think it stopped. I think it stopped temporarily. I can tell the ground's still wet, though, when the cars drive by. I don't like diets. I'm trying to eat healthier, and I've been craving my hot Cheetos for days. And a Pepsi, a big old Pepsi. Ugh, it's so hard. I love my hot Cheetos and my Pepsi, but I need to lose some weight. Ooh, a Chinese buffet. I like Chinese buffets. Night Strix likes Pepsi. My favorite. I always go to the gas station. I get those 32-ounce cups. One day, though, one evening, I got my 32-ounce cup of Pepsi and I put it on my table. And I was doing an evening live stream, and Brinley came over here and knocked it off all over the floor. I was so sad. I didn't even get a sip of that, and it was all over the carpet. I was so upset. Oh, he works for Pepsi? Ooh. I need a discount. He's got the Baja Blast hookup. And then, of course, I love my hot Cheetos. Gotta have I might have to have some tonight. I don't care. I've done well. I've done well. I haven't had hot Cheetos for a couple of weeks. I need to have me some hot Cheetos. Yeah, I could get Pepsi at IHOP. I could. Yeah, I have to lose about, oh, I want to lose about 50 pounds. It's gonna be work. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I weighed 123 pounds when I first got married to my son's dad. I'll never, ever, ever see that weight again. Ever. I like air popped popcorn. Yeah. Tomorrow, everyone gets a stalk of celery to eat. That's it. Just I don't like celery. I don't like celery though. I've got other things in the fridge. Like I've got bananas. I've got strawberries. I've got blueberries. I've got grapes. I know that's not a veggie, but I like carrots. Ham spread is basically hot dog paste. Yeah. Ugh. Ooh. I like hot pockets. Yum. My dogs like hard boiled eggs. Every time my husband's in the kitchen boiling eggs, they're in there. They want eggs. Yes, I could do hot pockets. Hot pockets are delish. I always burn my mouth though. You don't like eggs, Barry? My son doesn't like eggs either. He doesn't like scrambled, fried, boiled. He has just never liked eggs ever since he was little. I like scrambled, I like fried, I like hard boiled, I like deviled. Ooh, yum. I've never tried pickled eggs though. What's not very good? Pickled? Stacy heard me. She's upstairs and she was like, they're not very good. Salad. I like salad. I'll do salad. I usually get the spring mix for the rabbits, a package of the spring mix, and I feed it to them. They like that. They like bok choy too. I've never tried bok choy myself, but the rabbits really like bok choy and radicchio. Deviled eggs is just boiled eggs with the yolks mixed in with mayo. Yum. I love me deviled eggs. Why do they call it pickled? Anyway, why is it an egg that's soaked in beet juice? Why is it called pickled? I've always wondered that. It's a weird term for pickled egg. Doesn't look anything like a pickle. Because it's been pickled. Well, just, oh, just because they're brined, like they've soaked in it, so that's pickling. Pickling. Yeah, I'm not. I'm dumb. Yeah. I just didn't know. I don't do it, so I don't know why. Oh, stop it. No. Come here, Brinley. Come here. Bella's been mean to you. You need to come around or you're going to hit your head on the table. It's okay, Barry. I know that I have my moments where I'm blonde. Come here, Bryn. You got to come around so you don't hit your head. You stop. You stop. There we go. Bella. Stop it. She's allowed to be here. I'll put you down. Brinley's allowed to be here. Heaven forbid Brinley's in Bella's bubble. She's not allowed in your personal bubble. Hush. That's enough. Poor Brinley. You just want lovin's too, huh? Poor Brinley. Yeah, poor girl. You're lucky that Brinley doesn't bite your little head off. Bella. Hush. No Chick-fil-A's at the local airport? She does. Mom, she's looking at me. She's in my bubble. Yes, Bella is growling at Brinley because she's too close to her. It's like she's not allowed in my personal bubble. Get her away. And Brinley's like, what? I'm just here. I'm just here. I'm doing nothing. I'm doing nothing. Poor Brinley. You could end her if you wanted to. You're so sweet. Yep. Are you finished? You finished? You're not very nice. Not very nice. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, she definitely has little dog syndrome. She's She barks at when people come to the door, and we're like, "You're not scaring them." It just makes everybody giggle. But everybody's scared of Brinley, and Brinley wouldn't do anything to anybody. Jump up on them and give them kisses. Oh, you hear something? Oh, now you're friends with Brinley because you want to look together. Okay, who's out there? You don't want to be up there now? She wants to see, but she doesn't want to stand up there. She fell off the back of the couch the other day. Bella is jealous because Brinley matches the sofa. I love my doggies. I do. Bella's my emotional support dog. Brinley doesn't fit that mold. She's great, but she's not as good for emotional support like Bella is. Uh, all you got to do is pick up Bella and snuggle her, and she'll allow it. Really good for calming down emotions. Hey, Bran. You want to come over here so bad, but you're scared of her? Come here. Oh, come here. She's way over here. Come here, honey. Oh, come here. Come here. Look at you. Look so sad. Come over here. Oh, you look so sad. You won't come here. Oh. Oh, you want your belly rubbed? You're too far away. I can't do it. You're too far away for me to rub your belly. Look, I can't reach. Urgh. You go, come here. Yeah, you go come here if you want your belly rubbed. Welcome back, Zach. Ooh, exciting, birdie. Chihuahuas are so cute. I have a friend who's got a little chihuahua. He's a hairless chihuahua. He always is wearing a sweater. He's got a little bit of hair on his face, but his body's bald. And he's the cutest little thing. And when he barks, he sounds like a squeaky toy. It is so funny. When he barks at me when I see him, he just sounds like a squeaky toy. It's hilarious. He's so stinking small. You just want your belly rubbed, huh? Yeah. The kids, can they be interviewed outside of the courtroom though? Because at the jury that I was on for the case, um, there was a 6-year-old sister, and she basically had an interview that was recorded, and we got to hear what she had to say in that, so she didn't have to be in the courtroom. Yeah, we got to hear her side of things on a recording. Bless you. Yeah, that's the way it should be. It's not fair to put them on the stand in front of people. It's too intimidating. All right, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. My coffee's gone through me. I need to use the restroom. And I am hungry because I haven't eaten breakfast. So me and Stacy are going to go to IHOP and enjoy some delicious IHOP. But I'm glad everybody came out to hang out with me. I enjoyed it. And yeah, I'll be back again tomorrow morning. So I don't know if my son works tomorrow or not. Well, I'll still be able to do my morning stream because even if he doesn't work tomorrow, I can pick him up at noon. Rather than if he works, I'd have to wait until like 3 or 4. But yeah, you got time to finish your book. So, all right, guys. Hope everybody has a great day, and I will talk with y'all later. Bye.